Guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to my channel. I really hope you guys liked the first video I put out. I was super excited to share that with you, but we're going to really start getting down to the details on makeup. So today I'm not wearing much at all. You can see my face is very light and fresh, and as you already know since you clicked the video, this video is all about brows. So I'm super excited to show you guys all the different methods there are to doing your brows. I'm going to break down how you do each one of them. I got a little eye twitch, Lord. How you do each one of them, and the different looks that they give, and then ultimately showing you my favorite way to do my brows, the way I talked about in my first video with the marker. So today, just stay tuned, take your notepad out. I'm showing you the brushes, I'm showing you the concealer I use, and I'm also showing you 4 different ways that you can do your brows. So stay tuned. Make sure you like and subscribe. Comment as always. Let me know if there's something you want to further know or something that you feel like I didn't explain quite well. And I'll be sure to get back to you. Hope you guys enjoy this video. So I am starting with clean brows. I already went through and arched my brows. It's a key part to making sure you get your brows perfect is getting rid of those unwanted hairs. It makes it a lot easier for you to see the shape you want. So I'm just going through, I'm brushing them upwards and over to make sure that all the hairs are already in the direction that I want them to grow. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you guys how to fill them in with powder. This video is kind of blurry, so I apologize. But I am taking a angled brush, and the shadow that I used in the first video I recorded, just a dark brown. So if you don't have any brow products and you need something quick to kind of fill in your brows, an eyeshadow is a quick and easy hack. Like I said, I'm really sorry for the quality of this one. I promise it's not like this the whole video. So I'm just taking that brush, I'm defining the bottom first and then defining the top. Then I go through and fill, and I kind of take what's left on the brush and just go straight up and down in the front. The powder is a little lighter than any of the other products I use, so it's going to go on pretty natural anyway. Unless you just really want it to go on dark, you can keep adding until you do. So I'm showing you the difference between a straight edge concealer brush and a rounded edge. I'll go into a little more detail about these when the video isn't as blurry. You'll see me line quick underneath. If you already have experience putting concealer underneath your brows, starting in the front, it's really easy, quick. But if you're just learning, I'll show you later in the video an easier way for you to make the line a little cleaner. After I line, I kind of just take a little bit of concealer and pull it down closer towards my eyelid and start to blend that out. Turning the brush sideways really helps with that too. Just makes it really easy to make it soft. So now I'm going to show you guys how to use a pencil. This is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer, it's called. Really similar to like an Anastasia, Beverly Hills brow definer, or the MAC eyebrow styler. It has a brush on one side, a retractable pen, but you don't want to take it straight on. You kind of want to lay the product on its side and lightly shade. So just as I did in the video before, I'm starting at the bottom of my brow. I'm using the bottom of my hand as an anchor on my chin, and I'm defining the bottom starting in the back of the brow. Line that completely, and then I'm going to come and hit the top of that, defining the top of it, just following the shape that my eyebrows already have. And right across there, I'm just going to lightly shade in. You want to make sure that you're highlighting your arch as well. If you can't find your arch, it's going to come directly from the corner of your nose across the middle of your pupil in your eye. that little angle right there is exactly where your arch should hit. That should be the highest point, and from there it should drop down. So then in the front, I'm just taking the pencil on its side, lightly shading up, and then I'm going to take the pencil straight on so that it has a harder edge and create more hair strokes. Now this is the round edge concealer brush. This is the one I like to use just because it kind of just fits right in those curves really easy. But you're going to coat each side with concealer and kind of like smash it together so it's nice and skinny. Starting in the inside, I'm just going to, well, the bottom, I'm going to start carving that brow out. But you see, I still didn't start in the front. I start right in the arch and I meet the front to that arch. It's just a lot easier for you to start there and not cut your brow off or make it thinner than you mean to. So same as a straight edge brush, I'm going to take that on its side and just start to pull that concealer down until it's nice and smooth. I made my arch just a little too thick, so then I'm taking a little bit of concealer that's left on the brush and just cleaning that up, still following the shape I did, just cleaning it up. Take a little beauty blender, well, sponge, and soften those lines. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel and an angled brush. I'm using this in the color Ebony, and same as I did the concealer, you kind of want to take the brush and smash both sides once you have it coated, so that way it's super thin. That way if you want your brows nice and fluffy, kind of how I'm showing you in the beginning, it looks more like hair and it's not like a thick line, super thin. So this is just a little example to show you guys if you wanted them fluffy. Obviously you would keep filling, but this is how it would look, and you would kind of brush them through. But that was just a quick little sample. I'm going to show you guys how to get that thicker, more defined brow, like you would see, I guess, on Instagram. So I'm taking it same way I do any other brow product. Line the bottom first, starting in the back of the brow, line the top, and then go through and fill it in. So then I am taking the front of that and meeting the back, just lightly shading. My hand stroke is very light with this because I like my brows to be natural. If you want them heavier, obviously just press a little harder. But take the brush vertically and straight up and down, start to fill in. I always go straight up and down in the front. That way they stay really soft, very natural. So to blend that, just brush them together. And then same as you did with the round edge brush, you're going to take the straight edge and coat both sides in concealer, and then start carving it out starting in the back of the brows. So the straight edge is really nice too. I will say you almost have to rotate the brush to fit in the curve and not cut off too much of the eyebrow because the edges are so straight. So that's me just using the bottom of my hand as an anchor on my chin to keep it steady. And then I'm going to meet the front. So this concealer I'm using is actually Warm Honey LA Girl Pro Conceal. I would say this is the shade that I use most of the time. When I get really pale, I have to use medium beige. But this is the brow. So then you're going to take what's left on the brush, kind of clean up the top if you need to, but I don't put too much concealer on the top of my brow because I don't want them to look like they're floating. I kind of just want to clean up anything that I may have missed or make them look a little sharper. Yes, look at those brows. Love it. So this last one is the pencil I showed you guys before, the MAC Shape and Shade. One side has a soft powder sponge, and the other side is a marker that you can use to make hair strokes. This is what I love using. I use it every day in my brows. I'm going to show you how. So this is a soft powder side. If you do want to use that, I like to take it backwards in my brow, and it kind of coats each hair so that each hair is a little thicker, and then you just go through and brush them back the other way. It's a really quick way to kind of fill them in fast, but I'm taking the pen and very quick, I'm just making little hair strokes in the direction that the hair already grows. So it might seem a little unconventional at first, but I'm still following the shape, starting at the bottom in the back of the brow, defining the bottom first and then hitting the top, and then you kind of just go through and fill that in. So you can see it coming together. I'm just going through and clean up any sparse areas, and then as I get closer to the front, I'm taking it straight up and down. That way I'm still following the way that they grow. So this takes a little bit of patience and practice, but once you get it down, I promise your brows have never looked better. Surprisingly, it is very quick. You can see I'm a little meticulous, so I go in and still make a couple marks, but I just went ahead and filled in the other side, and then I'm taking the round edge brush for this one again and just showing you guys how I start in the back, conceal, and then come back through the front. That way if I need to make it a little thinner, I can. But you'll see me play with my brows a lot in this video. I said a little bit a lot. What the heck? So this is a better view of me just pulling that concealer down and then taking what's left on the brush and kind of cleaning it up. I switched which brow I filled in for this video so you guys could just see a different angle. I was trying real hard to play with my eyebrows and like make that funny little face, but I realized I can't do it and I was kind of sad. So either way, this is the finished video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you learned something and took something away. But as always, if you guys ever have any questions, please comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what else you guys want to see from me. This one was a highly requested video, so I hope I delivered.